presenter is an elementary ed major, Abby Reichling, and she's going to talk to us about a very timely topic, AI in the classroom.
Alrighty, so as she already introduced, I'm Abby Reichling. My topic is AI in the classroom, and it's kind of a new and upcoming topic, and as a future elementary educator, I thought it was really interesting and important that everyone kind of has this awareness, either if you have kids that are going into the classroom or things like that. So first, we're going to talk about what AI is, or artificial intelligence. It's basically just a replication of the human mind through machines like your cell phones, your computers, your watches, even in things like the self-driving Teslas and Roombas that go around in your house. So the first kind of intelligence it replicates in the classroom is creative intelligence. However, as you can see in the photo, the human hand versus the robot hand, there's like similar patterns, so it can't do it perfectly. It uses already existing patterns, so it can't actually replicate human intelligence in that way. The second one is interpersonal intelligence, which is conversations through texting, emails, things like that. This would kind of show like the human tutoring aspect as we transition into education, and this is seen through like the Maya AI thing on Snapchat or ChatGPT. The third one is logical mathematical, which is like puzzles, patterns, and things like that, and machines typically excel at this better than humans do, like when you're playing chess online, and more often than not, the computer beats you. So now we're going to talk about how it's used more specifically in the classroom, versus teacher versus student uses, pros and cons, and how it's affecting society as a whole in time. So the teacher's use of AI, as you can see on the screen, they make email templates. We can go ahead and kind of insert things. This just gives them an outline, and they're able to kind of take some time and make these. They can also make lists and science projects, which is like a more specified Google search for them, instead of just kind of scrolling through the internet. They can also do reports like IEPs, which I found was very interesting if they trust AI to do that. And they can also create readings for the students if they need help in like certain areas. They can just kind of have AI create this for them. Students' use of AI is brainstorming ideas if they need help with topics for a how-to essay or different types of animals that live in the Amazon rainforest, for example. It's more like, again, like just a Google search kind of for them. Also, it could be a worksheet generator if they have a math test tomorrow and they need some more practice problems. They can ask AI to make worksheets for them. And then, obviously, answer questions. You can go ahead and just take a picture of any math problem you want, and it will not only show you the answer, but then steps on how to get there. So the pros of this in the classroom is it replaces human tutoring, which again, not everyone has access to or can afford it, but most people do have access to the internet at the touch of their hands. It's also personalized, which means you can make it very specific to what you need to learn and what you can benefit from it. And it's very efficient. You can get it instantaneously, quickly, and you don't have to kind of wait around for a teacher to email you back or things like that, or setting up an appointment for tutoring. The more pros for it is more so on the teacher usage side. So analyzing data for teachers, if they go ahead and put in like a quiz or a test that all their students took, they can easily find something that students struggled with and be able to kind of reinforce that in their classroom. And it can also auto-grade assignments for them, which takes some stuff off their workload. Cons of this in the classroom, obviously, it could be cheating, but no one really knows what's okay and what's not okay because it is such a new topic. And then obviously misinformation and bias, as like, well, obviously not everything you read on the internet is true by everyone. Obviously that's not true, he wasn't alive during the internet. So like you can't trust it just like you can't always trust everything on Google and Wikipedia and things like that. And you can also have bias based off of what AI like you're using versus like the Snapchat character or ChatGPT. It also promotes laziness. I know personally, if I could just take a picture of my math homework opposed to actually doing the math homework, I would choose taking a picture of my math homework and getting the answers. And also, therefore, then hinders critical thinking skills. Kids aren't thinking because they're just getting the answers super easy. And then obviously reduces human interaction because they're just continuing to stare at the screens instead of tutors or teachers or family members for help, so they just continue to stare at the screens. The effects of this on society, no one really knows except with time because it is such a fairly new concept. However, there are instant ramifications like detention, expulsions, and suspensions that we're starting to hear about more so in the news with all that types of thing. And now I kind of would like you guys to think about your school experience, your child's school experience, or maybe you as an educator, teacher educator. Do you think AI is helpful, hurtful, that would be a good thing. These are the resources that I use. Also, if any of you guys are interested in this, there was a really good article that Harvard kind of conducted, and if you guys wanted to take time to read that, you can. Thank you.